Welcome back to another video. Hope you are having a great day. And a few days ago, Google introduced the Google 9, Google 9 Pro and 9 Pro XL. Today we are going to take a look at the design, some really cool changes, especially in terms of size, hardware and all the AI tools that they bring to the table. That being said, let's go straight for it. And if you are watching this video on your Windows 10 or 11 computer and you still haven't activated and can't even edit your desktop icons, don't forget to check out cdksales.com, where we can find budget official OEM keys at an affordable price, and with the coupon code that you can see on screen and down below on the video description, it will get even cheaper. And besides Windows 11 Pro, if you are looking for Windows 10 or even an Office suite that we can aggregate directly to our Microsoft account, you can use the same coupon code, which will give you the best price possible at this moment. So just in case, the link will be down below. So starting with the design, compared to the Google Pixel 8, 8a and 8 Pro, the Pixel 9 features a flat side edges instead of the rounded design, giving it, in my opinion of course, a more premium look and feel. It also offers a better grip. The sides may have a polished aluminium finish on the 9 Pro or XL and a matte finish on the 9 base model. The edges are also more rounded and the bezel is thinner than in the previous generation. Another well-executed change, in my opinion, is the cameras. They no longer occupy the full width of the phone. They have this small island right over here with all the cameras, lenses, sensors, and so on. But this is something that is subjective, so I would love to hear your thoughts about it. Did you prefer the 8 line, for example, that occupied the full width, or this one right over here? I will let you know towards the end of the video my opinion about it. Regarding size, I believe that Google took the best decision possible. In the past, if I wanted everything that the Pro version had, I had to decide and go for the bigger model. At this moment, that is over. I can grab a Google Pixel 9, for example, base model, or I can grab a Google Pixel 9 Pro at exactly the same size, 6.3 inches. Now, if I want a Pro XL because I have bigger hands, or if I want a bigger screen, there is the Google 9 Pro XL with 6.8 inches, and this is awesome, especially for those like myself that have smaller hands. In the past, if we look at the 8th generation, if we wanted everything that the Pro had, we had to go with the Pixel 8 Pro with 6.7 inches, so very similar to the 9 Pro XL. And then if we wanted a smaller phone, we had to go to the Pixel 8a with 6.1 inches or Pixel 8 with 6.2 inches. At this moment, this is a great option to have the possibility to get a Pro model with 6.3 or a base model with 6.3. And you probably already know which one is my favorite. Yes, it is the Pro version, 6.3 inches, because my hands are small, but I still want everything that the Pro version has. Google also claims that they are 2 times more durable than the previous generation, and I believe that this is not only because of the better materials, but also on the design changes that will have an impact in terms of durability. The Pixel 9, Pixel 9 Pro and Pro XL, they all share the same CPU, which is awesome, the Tensor G4 with the Titan M2 chip. The major focus is to use all the AI tools like Gemini Nano, which runs directly on the devices, and ultimately to give us the best experience possible, especially when there is a lot in AI, and I will share with you some examples in a few moments, without we, the user, having to wait for the phone. And this requires a lot from the CPU. However, there are some changes about them. Now let's start with the Google Pixel 9, which has 12 gigabytes of RAM, and this is 4 gigabytes more than the Pixel 8. It offers storage options ranging from 128 gigs to 256 gigs. It also features a 6.3 Actua display with a refresh rate ranging from 60 Hz to 120 Hz, a brightness of 1800 nits and a peak brightness of 2700 nits in HDR mode. The main camera is 50 megapixel with a 48 megapixel ultra-wide and macro camera, and the front camera is a 10.5 megapixel camera. On the other hand, the Pixel 9 Pro and Pixel 9 Pro XL are, according to Google, and it's not difficult to believe, the best equipments that they've made so far. They come with 16 gigabytes of RAM. In terms of storage, the Pixel 9 Pro offers options from 128 gigs to 512 gigs, while the 9 Pro XL ranges from 128 gigs to 1 terabyte. The display is a Super Actua display with LTPO technology, which allows for a refresh rate from 1 to 120 Hz with a brightness of 2000 nits and a peak of 3000 nits. The Pixel 9 Pro has the same 6.3 inch screen size as the Pixel 9, while the 9 Pro XL features a 6.8 inch screen. The Pixel 9 Pro and Pro XL also have an improved front camera with 42 megapixels for better videos and photos. Now, the Pro versions share the exact same rear cameras as the base version with a 50 megapixel main camera and a 48 megapixel ultra wide and macro camera, but they also include a third 48 megapixel telephoto camera that offers 5 times optical zoom, which is equivalent to 10 times, and a super zoom up to 30 times. So the main differences between the Pro versions and the base model is that the Pro comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM instead of the 12 gigabytes. They have a telephoto zoom lens with super zoom. They also feature a upgraded front-facing camera with 42 megapixel instead of the 10.5 megapixel on the base model, and we can record up to 8K video with video boost and improved zoom on the Pro models instead of the base model. There's also a temperature sensor on the back that we can measure solid and liquid surfaces on the Pro models, and they also charge faster. The build quality is just awesome across all the devices, and if you ask me if I see any difference between them, I don't. Besides the cosmetic changes that we have talked about here on the sides, obviously between the Pro and the base model, but that is it. They feel great on the hand, and I believe that this is not only because of the better build quality, but also the design changes. They just grab better and they look better. Besides that, they also have IP68 protection against water and dust. And they have a lot of AI tools, so let's check them out. And besides the great hardware and design that they have, they come packed with AI tools that just improves what the phone does really well into a just better experience and with some great results. Gemini Live, for example, it's an awesome tool. I've been playing around with it for the last week, and I can show you a glimpse.
What can I do for you today?
I want to go on holiday to Portugal in September. Can you give me some suggestions in about 4 or 5 hotels to stay in?
That sounds like a fantastic plan. Portugal is a beautiful country with so much to offer. To help me narrow down your hotel options, do you have any preferences for where you'd like to stay?
I would like to go to the Algarve in the area of Portimão.
Okay, here are a few options for 4-star hotels in Portimão that are close to the beach and fit your budget. First up, there's the Vale do Olival Hotel. It's a short walk from Praia de Rocha.
So Gemini Live is fantastic, but if you want to check a little bit more in depth, come back to the channel tomorrow and I will have a full video for you just with Gemini Live, which, wow. One of my favorite tools was introduced last year, which is Best Take, allowing us to take multiple group photos and then select the best shot for each person, which is awesome, simply because there's always someone that will close the eyes or will look the other way or something like that. And like this, we can choose the best face possible for each person. Nonetheless, in group photos, there was always someone that would be left behind. And this year, Google introduced the Add Me, which is just awesome. It will let us take a photo of a group, and once the photo is taken, we just need to replace one of the persons or just say to the group, hey, get out of here. Take that picture according to the Google Pixel guidance in terms of frame, in terms of direction. We will have everything right over there on the screen. Anyone can do it, honestly. And then we just need to shoot that photo and we will have the full group, including the photographer, which is a awesome, really simple but awesome tool. Another really cool feature is the auto frame, where we can take a picture and then we will choose the auto frame, and the AI will change the framing in 4 different ways, which we can refresh, and it will add more or less area, and it will do some changes, and in case it adds more area, it will fill with AI, and we will not detect if that was done with AI or not. So this can improve a lot our pictures. Now we can do more. We can, for example, select a picture and just draw an area and then choose one of my favorite tools, which is the Reimagine. And then we can change something about the photo appearance, like creating, I don't know, stunning images with waves, forest, beaches. Here the only limitation will be our brain and our creativity. I did play around with some of the photos that I have and I had a lot of fun. If we are looking for something like fantasy style, then we can go crazy, and if we are looking for something more real, then we can keep it more real, but it's in our hands. And yes, I know what you are thinking. This is going a little bit out of the photography, but one of the things that I do believe is that in the past, only the ones that were experts in Photoshop and similar tools were able to add details to photos that no one else could. And at this moment, with these tools, we can do slight improvements to the photos with just our fingers, and everyone can do it, not only the experts. Or we can go and release our mind and do a lot of creativity without being an expert in Photoshop or any other tool. So anyone can do those changes. And if we want to keep it really real and just a photo, then we will be able with this hardware to take the photo or the video that we want and leave it as it is, because the quality is impressive. But if we want, we have the freedom to add more, and these are some of the tools that, in my opinion, are really awesome. Another tool that was redesigned was the Panorama photography, with a new interface that really is a lot easier, and it will help us to take better photos during the day or the night. I've had the chance to play out during the day and during the night. It's really easy. I just need to press the button once and then rotate myself to the indication that Google will give me on screen, wait a little bit until it fills that dot, and then just move to the next, and we will have just a awesome experience with Panorama and take full-fledged pictures with a awesome quality. Now, as you can see on some of the examples that I did, during daylight we will always have perfect shots, even if we shake a little bit here or there. And it was, I wouldn't say 360, but if it's not 360, it's really close, because I did find myself taking the picture and rotating. So I would say that it's very close to the 360. Now, the only challenge that I did find was that during the night, although the quality was really awesome, the best panoramas that I've took so far on any equipment that I've used, but sometimes on a really far away with some lights, if I did shake a little bit or a little bit more, the photo would be a little bit blurry, and hopefully you can see that on screen. But that was the only thing that I wasn't able to do perfectly so far. But the experience of the panoramas is just wow. There's also the zoom enhance, which will let us zoom in up to 30 times on a photo, or navigate to an already taken photo and zoom in up to 30 times. Now, for the tests that I've been doing, I still haven't used an older picture, which I can. Instead, I've been using the new hardware, taking new pictures and testing out. I did test with the moon, which last night was just gorgeous, and we can get really close. I also took during the night a few pictures of a church, and also took during the day. Now, during the day we will always, in any device, it doesn't matter the camera, it doesn't matter if it's a phone or any other full-fledged camera, we will always have better results if we have light instead of the lack of light. But you can see for yourself some of the results, and really far away we can get detail. And probably you don't want to take pictures at the moon or even a church bell, but if you want to take some pictures of your friends really close up and, I don't know, play around with them, then this is a great tool. Or if you are in nature and you want to get really close to an animal or something like that, then we will have really some awesome results. Now, on the video side, we also have the video boost, which will improve the video quality in general. It will enhance zoom from 5 times to 20 times, which is also awesome on the video side, and it will support up to 8K resolution at 30 frames per second, but this resolution only available on the Pro and the Pro XL model. There are other new features like the screenshots app and the studio app, which I still haven't had the chance to test them out, but once I do, I will share them with you here on YouTube or Instagram or even TikTok. So stay tuned for more info, and if you want to know a little bit better about it, by the way, don't forget to check out tomorrow for Gemini Live, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing it so that you can keep on receiving news about the Google Pixel 9 lineup and a lot more videos. Like the Google Pixel 8 last year, it also comes with 7 years of operating system updates and all the app updates during that time, and it's Google, so we know how the updates work. It's just awesome. We'll have everything updated, and with the warranty of 7 years that we'll have everything that comes out. And honestly, with all these AI tools in 2024, I'm really curious to see what comes next, but I'm sure that you are as well. And they come with awesome colors that I didn't talk about, but I'm sure that you have seen them already. If we want to customize them with different colors, we can. There are some covers available, but you can check that on the links that I will leave down below. So I'm not sure if you want to use the colors that they come in, or if you want to use one of the colors available with the cover, which besides the color change, obviously I believe that the biggest advantage is more the protection than the change of style. So in my opinion, the hardware is there. It's capable of running all the AI tools that we have seen and some more that we still haven't seen. Besides the hardware being great, the design is one of the most beautiful phones on the market right now. I would say that in terms of the Pixel lineup, this is the most attractive, most beautiful design that we have seen so far. In terms of the grip, this is one great option to go full flat right over here. Now, I would say that the only thing in terms of design that might be a bit controversial is the lenses Iceland right over here, which for some you will love it, and for some they probably will hate it. In my personal opinion, I prefer it like this than we had on the previous generation, but I'm someone that I'm open to new ideas, new changes. Doesn't matter if it's a phone, if it's a change here, if it's a new camera, if it's something different on my workflow. I'm always someone that waits to see if it will improve my overall workflow, or if with time I will be able to get used and appreciate the design change and the difference between some of the devices. I also believe that brands like Google, Apple, Samsung and others want to have their own exclusive design changes here and there, small details that at the end of the day will make a difference between some of the phones, especially in terms of design. And I believe that it's a good choice to have something really different instead of the same that a lot of people already says that, hey, this is what we find that it's nice, and this is what we find that it's nice, and this is what we find that it's not. So having the risk of having some people loving it and some people hating it, I believe that it was a fresh change and really welcome. And with that, hopefully that this video was a bit refreshing, and hopefully that you enjoyed the video. And if you did so, don't forget that usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto Jorge, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.